Hi, I'm Michael Dresser. I'm one of the UK's most unique gay sex and intimacy coaches. And in this video, I'm going to give you a fun game that you can play with your partner in the bedroom, which is a great way to make sure both of you get to have a good time and get your needs met. And as a coach, I know that a lot of people think that coaching can sometimes feel like work. It's not called working with a coach for nothing. So I get a lot of guys asking me if there's something that they can do in the bedroom that will improve their skills but doesn't feel like work. Which is fair enough. Sex and intimacy should feel like fun, not work. However, the neuroscience is really clear. We learn and we make changes best through repeated practice. And it's estimated that it takes 10,000 repetitions to create a new neural pathway, and anywhere between 3 and 6 months for a new behaviour to become a habit. And I think most of us would agree that probably makes sense. Unfortunately, most of us don't seem to have got that memo in the bedroom department. And when it comes to sex and intimacy, we do tend to cross our fingers and just hope that because we read an article or watched a cool video somewhere that we'll suddenly be transformed. We don't like to practice in the bedroom, even though we know that practice is ultimately beneficial. So I want to introduce you here to this great game, which is really simple and can be really fun, so it doesn't feel like work, but which will also help you to build your skills for having more enjoyable interactions with your partner. It's definitely about having fun, but like anything you do, the more you do it, the more you'll get out of it. It's based on the work of Dr. Betty Martin and the Wheel of Consent, and it's called the 3-Minute Game. So the first few times you play it, you might want to keep it a bit more light or start with non-erotic requests while you get the hang of it. But ultimately, your only limits are your desires, your imagination, and whatever you and your partner are willing to do. So it's super simple. There are 2 questions, and each one is an offer. So offer number 1 is, how would you like me to touch you for 3 minutes? So you might ask, please will you cuddle me from behind for 3 minutes? Or will you stroke my chest? Or will you kiss the back of my neck? Or something even more adventurous. And when you first hear this offer, it's about you and what you want. So put yourself first. Don't try and caretake your partner by asking for whatever you think they might be okay with. Ask for what feels wonderful to you. Trust your partner to let you know if they're not willing to do whatever you've asked for. So then set a timer for 3 minutes and do whatever it is you've agreed on. And then switch over. So whoever was just being touched now asks that same question, how would you like me to touch you? And then when you've both had a turn with this question, move on to offer number 2. Which is, how would you like to touch me for 3 minutes? And again, when you hear this offer, it's about you and how you want to touch them, not about what you can do to please them. They're giving you the gift of access to their body. What would be the most delicious way for you to feel it or to explore it for your own enjoyment? The point is not to try and give them a massage. That's a different game. So you might say, may I play with your hair for 3 minutes? Or may I nuzzle my face into your belly? Or may I explore your body with my fingers? And before you start, check in with your partner if they have any limits, and then be sure that you respect those limits completely and absolutely. So when you're ready, again, set your timer for 3 minutes and get touching. And then when you're done, switch over so whoever was doing the touch now asks that second question, how would you like to touch me for 3 minutes? And that's it. It's so simple, but it can be a really fun way to get to know yourself and get to know your partner, what you both like, what turns you on. You might even get some ideas for what to come back and play with some more outside the game. And a few quick top tips for you. So negotiate as much as you need to first, and be sure to create some really clear agreements about what will or won't happen in each round before you start any touch. So trust me, you'll have a much better time if there's no blurry edges or assumptions going on. And don't change how you're doing it part way through a turn. If you want something to be different, that's absolutely fine, but it's best to stop and to renegotiate so there are no surprises for anybody. And same with the timing, so don't be tempted to skip this part or just to keep going when the timer goes off because you're both having such a great time. So part of the process is knowing that each of you will get the same amount of time and that there is an agreed endpoint. And so it's important that both of you know that you can both stop or pause at any point, no matter whose turn it is. Oh, and in case you're wondering why it's called the 3-minute game, 3 minutes is just a good starting point. So it's long enough to really sink into your experience of touch if you're enjoying it, but it's not so long that you're stuck enduring something for ages if it's not going well. But you can make your turns any length that you want. So I've played the 1-minute game, I've played the 10-minute game, I've even played the 1-hour game. That was great. So experiment with whatever works best for you. And don't forget to have fun. Like and subscribe to stay up to date with my tips and resources, or check out my website for more support.